Now, let's go ahead and switch over to that view almost.
Yeah, let's get the good old Razor overlay. Once again, big thanks to Razor for sponsoring this Razor King of the Beta tournament. We are in Game 2 on Metalopolis. Of course, for any of you who did not know, Razor has their great new line of keyboard, headset, and mouse for Starcraft 2. Check them out at razorzone.com.
And we do have QXC spawning on the right side of the map as the Purple Terran, and in the north, the Evergreen Idra as the Zerg. And again, these spawning points are going to be, I would say that they kind of favor Idra if he decides to go Muno. It's pretty much whoever goes air, that's going to be quite short distances. But again, Idra is going to be able to take that natural expansion as well as any other expansion he pleases right now on his side of the map.
Now, I don't mean to be rude and interrupt the game, but QXC fans, 3, 2, 1. And of course, Idra fans, Idra currently up 2-0. 3, 2, 1. Idra fighting. Oh,
wow.
One guy, yes.
One guy gets it. One guy gets it for sure.
Yes.
Wow, a little bit of a tease there. That would have been, I think,
That would have been 7. We've been up to 7 for the evening, but of course, looks like Idra was able to scout into QXC's main, but has QXC spotted that Overlord? Looks like yes, he has, just sending it right away. You know, even though QXC is down 0-2, he's made 2 excellent games for us to observe. Thank you, QXC, for not just bunker rushing and failing. But yeah, I mean, really goes to show that, I mean, even down 0-2, QXC really showing an admirable form with very creative play. Haven't really seen anything like it, and only the super solid play of Idra that's able to pull through. And this is deja vu again. There's been a change in the matrix. Look at the queuing up. Oh my goodness. QXC apparently doing a little bit of sewing with the waypoint system there. Doing a little bit of cross-stitching at the natural expansion. And Idra, oh no, didn't originally go for a 14 pool. Wanted to sneak the 14 hatch, but QXC always getting that SCV there in time. Barracks now finished. Orbital command going down. Orbital command going down at the main, and looks like yet again another fast gas opening for QXC.
Now, Idra has not taken his natural. Looks like he's still trying to get it down there, though, but that SCV is back at the rave there for QXC, and he's just continuing to dance around. Idra's probably screaming right now, I would say, by game 3 now, happening the same thing. It looks like he does pull it away, just like we've seen every game. So there goes the hatchery going down for Idra. And let's go back into QXC's base and see exactly what he's up to. He's not up to too much. Really, we don't. There's the factory. So again, I think we might see QXC just doing the same exact thing.
Yeah, you know, and I don't blame him. Double Hellion, especially strong on this map. Look at this wide open natural. It's so hard to defend. SCV still just trying to poke and prod at the hatchery, trying to figure out what that goo is inside. It's like that scorpion inside the yo-yo. I had one of those when I was a kid, and I always would just like poke at him.
What a reference.
Wow, yeah, and look at Idra. Wow, not going to be fooled at all. Running around the Menk statue with 2 wolves for some reason. SCV going to be running away, and Idra going to be pulling his lings back smartly. And you know, this creep tumor, I really think this is the main reason Idra has been able to deal with any early game antics, connecting those 2 bases with creep.
We do have a Roachborn going down here for Idris, so it looks like we're going to see a little bit of deja vu that we did see on Steps of War. And there's the reactor. So again, is this last game? I'm kind of confused right now. Both players going the exact same build.
Yeah, and it looks like he's pulling back. I mean, QXC still has some more options. But you know, on Steps of War, it's the close positions you're going to abuse. On this map, it's those wide open spaces you're going to abuse. So you end up with different games. Look at that spine crawler going down the instant the hatchery finishes. Needs to make sure that defense is up. Getting poked in the eye. Queen making the SCV back off. Coming back to, yeah, the SCV got a little lazy, but of course he's going to live with 1 hit point to tell the tale unless his Zerglings end up finding him and nibbling him to death. There's 1 Hellion coming out. 1 Hellion getting lost, but eventually making his way there. And we have the first harass of QXC coming up in game 3.
And there goes the Queen there at the ramp of Idra. Does he? Yes, looks like he's going to pull it back. So we are going to see those Hellions going in and take out only a handful of drones there at Idra's natural expansion. Here come the Roachis, though. Those are going to do quite well against those Hellions there. And down looks like QXC did lose one of them. Looks like he did kill, I believe, about 2 drones. And looks like we have also some more Hellions coming out from QXC right now.
Yep, there's 2 more Hellions en route. Looks like, ooh, a starport with a tech lab. We could be seeing some Banshees in a moment. But the Hellions are pulling back, just going to briefly grace this left side of the map, make sure that there's no expansions going down in the center or around. Looks like he is pulling back. Is he making yet more? Looks like he's lifted up on that a little bit.
Looks like that Tech Lab is going to finish for QXC. Let's see if he's actually making that Banshee. There it is. We're going to see some Banshees here from QXC. Looks like he has not started the cloak upgrade yet. He's also going to be adding on 2 more Raxes there. Probably going to be going for a little bit of a Marauder heavy build. There's that Overlord, so it looks like he does scout the fact that those Banshees are going to be coming quite soon. Let's see exactly how he decides to respond to it.
Oh, that's so obnoxious to deal with. Right when you feel like you're being sneaky, and Overlord just like slowly makes his way in. Of course, I'm sad that my Overlord impersonation in StarCraft 2 isn't nearly as good. It's just sort of like, it's just kind of like me every single day when I wake up with an alarm. And they were like, hey, record that. You can be a voice actor. So we do have the Hellions popping around this backside. Extractor finally going down at the expansion. Uh-oh, 3 Hellions getting in, cooking those drones. QXC getting more drones going down. Oh, wow, 6 drones totally get taken out. Even has enough time to easily back out.
Looks like he's
cook
even
the
taking out that
statue.
pink statue.
Hate wolves.
Looks like QXC's going to try to sneak into the main possibly here. Even taking out a little bit more drones. He looks like he did take out about 3 more drones there. Idra getting a little bit sloppy right now. Here comes that Banshee. Is that Banshee in the main of Idra right now? We just have
Looks
one
like
out
it's
on
just
the map.
hanging out at this point in
wow,
time.
it's just hanging out. Looks like QXC getting a little bit sloppy himself there, doing too much control on those Hellions at the natural of Idra.
And if we go to the unit counting station, it looks like 3 Queens are up for Idra. Hellions, oh, they try to get up, but they get stuck. And it looks like more roasting going on these drones. A few are mining. Another one gets taken out. QXC trying to stretch everything he can. Finally gets taken out.
Those Queens aren't having
Those Queens hate Hellions almost as much as Little One hates workers. So Idra finally getting his trademark Fast Hydral's Den in this matchup. And I think he's going to be okay against the Banshees. Just have a hunch.
Yeah, we do have that Overseer there out. That's going to be a smart play from Idra. It looks like No Cloak has begun researching, though. Those 2 Banshees is getting a little bit lazy there. Sitting at the starport, not opting to do anything, really, for QXC. But going over into the natural, we do have quite a... wow, as I stumble again, we do have a ton of drones there at the natural expansion, although we did have quite a lot died to those Hellions. And he's quite saturated now at both of his expansions. We'll have to see exactly what unit he decides to start powering there. There are those 2 creep tumors that we always talk about, 3 creep tumors. Actually, he's going to be taking another expansion. So one of those is going to connect to his new expansion, and the other 2 are probably going to push directly to his opponent.
Trying to find these 2 Banshees, there they are right now. And a lot of people just get the Banshees for the early cloak, but we've seen Into the Rainbow do an amazing job against Gamaga, just keeping those Banshees alive, continuing to harass, and forcing the Zerg to do things like make way more Queens than they want to. Look at that, 5 Queens out now, right out now, something like that. For Idra, he has Queens, he's expanding these creep tumors. He's continuing to get more drones. Ooh, Baneling Nest coming up right now. But if you go to the unit counting station, not really that many units out for Idra, and QXC swinging around for an attack. And here come the Banshees. Looks like it's the classic double-pronged attack that QXC loves so much.
And we do have those Banshees swinging around into the main of Idra. Looks like he does have those Overlords there, and also 2 Queens ready, as well as an Overseer. Looks like a couple of Hydralists are going to come and join the party there to take out those Banshees. Is that Queen going to fall? Yes.
Queen goes down.
Queen does go down, but one Banshee does suffer the same fate. Here comes another attack from QXC. He's going to be seeing that hatchery.
Is he going to cancel it in time? He's going to cancel it. No!
Wow, what a cancel there from Idra.
That was
great response time from the American player.
I mean, that almost has to be an involuntary muscle reaction. You can't even think about canceling that close. But it looks like that Queen, yep, 1 kill on the Queen, did manage to take out that Banshee. Even though QXC forced to cancel instead of killing it, still good, denies an expansion. Idra is way behind, much farther behind than he wants to be. So I think it makes sense that he's transitioning to more Zerglings, more Banelings. It's a cheaper mix. Hydras are very, very expensive. And 1 Evo chamber up, and it looks like Idra, if at first you don't succeed, just try again.
Yeah, it looks like Idra's going to be doing exactly what we saw from Game 1 and Game 2. That Overseer is going to be seeing exactly what QXC is up to. Double engineering bay from QXC, so we might be seeing possibly double upgrades there from the Terran player. But again, I think both players are sitting about the same supply. If we go into the production tab, let's see exactly, or the resource tab, I should say.
Wow, QXC 20 food ahead. Idra known for swinging way far ahead of his opponent, but QXC managing to keep up beautifully. There's another hacker scan. That's one of the things that those good Terran players do that I will never be able to do. I play random and just do gimmicky strategies as Terran. But I mean, really those sorts of scans are what convince you that a player is either hacking or brilliant, and
wow.
with the Contaminate, with the Overseer, Contaminate, the spell that was once Corruption on the Corruptor, has been given to the Overseer, and none of those tanks are going to be coming out anytime soon, but I'm not sure if QXC minds too much. Looks like he has a big push coming up in store, and it's going to be tough for Idra to be able to deal with it.
We do have a couple of Lings. They're swinging around in the south of the map, possibly a little bit wondering what Idra is going to be decided doing. Those possibly coming behind the forces of QXC if he decides to actually push out. Again, some more creep tumors going straight to QXC's base, and QXC is going to be moving out right now towards Idra.
Oh no, Idra moving around with these Zerglings. QXC clearly at an advantage with his army size, and nothing's here to defend. There's no units. He's running into the expansion. All these SCVs are dying or having to pull back, and Idra also forcing this giant force of QXC to pull back as well. So this is not at all a good situation for QXC. Just need to have a few more rally points here at the natural expansion, but either way, a very scary army approaching Idra's front.
Yeah, Idra actually doesn't have too many forces